Hey there, business owners. Welcome back to our series on the top 20 mistakes business owners make that can kill their business. I'm Phil Badura, your action coach at Business Steps, and today we're diving into mistake number 13, one that might be hiding in plain sight in your business. Let me ask you this. What would happen if your biggest customer walked away tomorrow? Or if the one marketing strategy bringing in all your leads suddenly stopped working? If that thought makes you nervous, then you're in the right place. Today, we're tackling why relying on just one major customer or one lead source is a ticking time bomb in your business. And more importantly, how can you safeguard your success through diversification? I get it. Landing that one big client can feel like hitting the jackpot. They bring in steady revenue, maybe even account for 50, 60, or 80% of your business. It feels secure. But here's the harsh reality, it's not. I've seen businesses that build everything around one major client, only to see it all crumble when that client left. Maybe the company got acquired. Maybe they decided to take the work in-house or offshore. Maybe they just found a cheaper alternative. And suddenly, all that security turns into a nightmare. It's been sitting on a one-legged stool. Sooner or later, it's going to tip over. Let me share a real story. A manufacturing company I worked with had one major client making up 85% of their revenue. Business was booming until that client decided to move their production offshore. Overnight, they went from thriving to scrambling just to keep the doors open. They had to lay off staff, cut costs, and completely rethink their business model, all because they didn't spread their risk. Now imagine if that company had taken proactive steps to diversify earlier. Instead of a sudden crisis, they would have had a stable, growing business, no matter what one client did. So, how do you avoid this trap? It's all about diversification. There are two key areas where business owners need to diversify. Firstly, it's the customer base. Aim to have no single client making up more than 20% of your revenue. I'm going to say that again. Aim to have no single client making up more than 20% of your revenue. The more customers you serve, the less vulnerable you will be. The second area is lead generation. If you rely on only one marketing channel, whether it's a word of mouth, Google Ads, Facebook, or a single referrer, you're playing a risky game. What happens if that source dries up? Build a mix of lead generation strategies so that you're never at the mercy of just one. So here's how. Expand your market. Look at new industries, locations, or customer segments. If one industry slows down, others might still be thriving. Multiple marketing channels. Combine online and offline marketing, SEO, email, networking, strategic partnerships, and social media. The third area is to strengthen customer relationships. When customers choose to stay with you rather than have to, then you reduce that turnover risk. Provide outstanding service, communicate regularly, and build loyalty. Number 4 is to create some recurring revenue streams. Can you introduce subscription models, maintenance contracts, or add-on services? The more predictable your revenue, the more stable your business becomes. Now, you might be thinking, Phil, this sounds great, but where do I start? Here's a simple plan. Step number 1, identify your top revenue sources. If more than 20% comes from one client, then it's time for you to act now. Step 2, assess your lead generation strategy. Are you relying too heavily on one method? Step 3, set a goal to add at least one new revenue stream or marketing channel in the next 90 days. Small strategic steps lead to massive results. Step 4 is regularly track and measure your revenue sources. Don't wait for a crisis to force you into action. Stay ahead of the game. So here's your challenge. Take a hard look at your business. Are you too reliant on one client or lead source? If so, what's one step that you can take today to diversify? Remember, stability doesn't come from one big customer. It comes from a solid, diversified strategy. If you need help identifying the gaps in your business, let's chat. Click the link below to schedule a free strategy session, and let's make sure that your business is built for a long-term success. Until next time, keep growing, keep diversifying, and keep building a business that stands the test of time. Schedule that complimentary strategy session with me now to establish areas of opportunity in your business. Like this video? Give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights on avoiding the biggest business mistakes. Comment below, have you ever felt a pressure of relying too much on one customer or marketing source? How did you handle it? Let's get that conversation started. This is Phil Badura, turning business dreams into reality.